Hey everyone, I'd like to offer a yoga movement practice for your arms and shoulders today. And if you're willing, I'd like to invite you to follow a guiding principle for this practice and just explore it and see where it takes you. And that principle is to do all of your movements in a range and at a tempo where you are not increasing your pain level at all. I want to be really clear, this is not because pain is dangerous. Most pain is not dangerous. We don't need to be afraid of moving. We don't need to be afraid of pain when moving most of the time. If you're not sure about your pain, definitely check in with your medical team. That's their job. Okay. The reason why I'm going to encourage you to move in a pain-free range or a range that doesn't increase your pain level for this particular practice is so that you can start to enter into a conversation with your body where you are listening and responding to what you feel. And in some cases, this can help us to really remap movement in areas that are painful so that we can start to feel better, and movement in those areas can start to feel better over time because your brain, your nervous system is really, really powerful in determining how your movements feel. So this is not that you need to move in a range that's comfortable all the time necessarily, but for this practice while you're here on your mat or wherever you're practicing with me, if you're willing, let's really explore what's going on when you're moving. This can help to highlight where you're pushing, where you're maybe ignoring sensation, and help you reconnect with your body in a new way. Okay? So this will be a seated practice. You do not have to sit on the floor. You're welcome to sit in a chair or anywhere else if you like. Take a moment first to feel into your connection to the ground or whatever is standing in for the ground right now. So if you're sitting on a chair, the seat of the chair is supporting you as the ground would. So you might be feeling that, as well as any parts of you that are touching the floor. Notice where you're able to relax and let the ground support you, as well as where you might be experiencing some tension or some effort in order to be here. Make any adjustments that are helpful in the service of ease and comfort so you can feel better where you're at. You can change your leg position, you can sit higher on a cushion or folded blanket, you can grab a chair, all those things are great. Take a moment to feel your breath, following the path of your breath in and out of your body. One thing that's really important when we do a yoga therapy practice is we pay attention to our baseline, right? So the state that we're starting at. So take a moment to scan through your body from your head down to your feet, just noticing each part. And notice the sensations that are present as you're beginning this practice today. So notice where you feel any pain or tension or other discomfort, as well as any parts of your body that feel really good right now. Notice how your breath feels as you're beginning. Is it comfortable and easy? Or does it feel strained or challenged in some way? Taking a few more breaths just to check in with yourself as you are. No need to fix anything. Just getting a sense of where things are at as you begin your practice. And then when you're ready, everything else is going to stay the same in your legs, your torso, your arms. You're just going to take your right ear towards your right shoulder any amount, paying attention to any sensations. And if you start to feel pain increasing, back off a little bit so you're moving in a range for now where you're not increasing your level of pain. And then keeping your head inclined over to the right like this, you're going to start to shake your head like you're saying no. So gaze and chin will come down to the right shoulder. And then gaze and chin will come up to the left. Your nose and your chin will be moving on a diagonal. And you're going to really focus in on the sensations, seeing if you can find a way to do this movement where the movement feels easy and comfortable. That might mean for some of us that it's very small, or it's more up towards the ceiling than it is down towards the shoulder, or any other change that you need to make in order to find the range of motion that feels the best for you. And then just notice what it feels like to move in that range. Some thoughts might come up, some emotions might come up. It's fine to let all that be there. Keep coming back to what you feel in your body. And when you feel complete with this movement, you can pause for a moment, take a breath. And then nice and slow and easy, we're going to bring the crown of the head up. Left ear towards the left shoulder, moving only as far as feels good here. Really tuning in to any sensations, any symptoms that might be starting to tick up as you start to come over into this position. And then start that nice, easy head shake like you're shaking your head no. Nose and chin move on the diagonal. Feeling into the sensations on this side. And the sensations on this side might be completely different. Nothing wrong with that. See if you can find the range that feels really easy and comfortable on this side. Just letting it be how it is. For the practice we're doing right now, there's no value in pushing. So you're just going to explore your own movement here. Maybe making it smaller, or finding a piece of the movement that feels easier for you right now. And then when you're ready, you're going to come to rest and bring the crown of the head up. And then from here, you're going to turn your gaze, chin stays level this time as you look towards your right any amount. And then you're going to start to nod your head like you're saying yes. Paying attention here to any sensations. And see if you can find the range of motion that feels really easy. I know we have a lot of learning about if it's easy, it's not enough, that we have accumulated over our lifetime. But it is okay for a movement to feel easy. Depends on what your goals are. For right now, we're working on entering into conversation with your body. Responding to what we feel there. Changing up your relationship with these movements, with these areas of your body where you feel sensation. Next time your chin comes level, pause, turn your gaze through the center over to the left side. And then you're going to nod your head over on the left, paying attention to the sensations, adjusting for the sensations on this side. Seeing if you can find the range of motion that feels the most comfortable, the easiest, and practicing that, reinforcing for yourself that sense of ease in movement. It might be very, very small, or you may find that some of these movements just don't have a range of motion that's comfortable and easy for you. Don't despair. This may mean that you need to reach out for a more personalized practice to an experienced yoga therapist or teacher. But there is a practice available for you. When you're ready, chin comes level, turn your gaze back forward. We'll do a little shoulder movement now. So we're going to start to roll the shoulders. Inhaling back and up. Exhaling forward and around. Nice round movements of the shoulders. Let your arms stay relaxed. And if there's any increase in pain as you do this movement, make the movement a little smaller. Sometimes we get some noise in around the back of the shoulder blades. That can be quite typical when there's some tension. And we're going to go the other way, inhaling forward and up, exhaling back and down. Seeing if you can find a range of motion that feels comfortable. Let your arms rest. Now we're going to take your hands out to the sides and just lift your arms out to the sides enough that your hands have a little space. They're not fully resting on the ground. We're going to work on extending your fingers. So fully extending your fingers, spreading your hands. And as you do that, pay attention to sensation. So we don't need to spread into any places where your pain starts to go up or you start to get into a lot of nervy type sensations. Just be really gentle for now. Again, not because any of that stuff is dangerous, but because we're practicing deep listening here. And then if this is comfortable for you as is, you may then start to bring the back of your hand up toward your forearm. So the palm of your hand is coming flatter to the floor. And again, you're just going to really pay attention as you do that to the sensation. Stop when you feel something new. Breathe and notice. And then you're going to go the other way. You're going to make a fist. If it's comfortable for you to squeeze a little bit, you might squeeze in. And then you're going to extend your fingers slowly. Paying a lot of attention to the sensations as the fingers extend first, and then if that's comfortable, as you lift the backs of the hands. Until you feel something new, we're not here to suffer. We're not trying to create increased discomfort for this particular practice, right? So you just notice what you feel. And then slowly make another fist. If you can comfortably squeeze in, you're going to squeeze a little bit. And then nice and slow again, go through the process of extending your finger and maybe drawing the back of your hand up. Noticing what you feel, noticing what your range of motion is. And then we're going to go back to that fist. A little bit of a squeeze, if it's comfortable. And one last time, extend, noticing sensations as your fingers extend, maybe as the back of your hand lifts. And then let your hands relax, hands coming to the lap. Take a moment to notice how you feel. And then we'll just scan through your body from the head down to the feet. Noticing anything that's changed. So you may notice changes as a result of the movement that we did, as a result of spending a little time to tune into your body, as a result of sitting for a period of time, or something else. And any changes could be positive or negative in terms of whether we perceive them as pleasant or unpleasant. But for our purposes today, we're just noticing changes because they give us information. They help us form a better map of what is going on inside of you, inside of your own self, your own body mind. So noticing what you notice, and then notice the quality of your breathing. Notice if anything's changed there as well. If you notice any changes, I'd love it if you shared them in the comments. And if you find this an interesting way to connect with your own body, you might explore when you do your physical yoga practice, your postural yoga practice, practicing in a way where you are not increasing symptoms of pain or discomfort, and see where that takes you. It can be really, really powerful in changing how we feel and what our relationship to movement in our own bodies is. I hope this was really helpful. Take really good care.